and welcome to this mini devotional series called Staying Strong in 2022. It's my desire that over the next 7 sessions, short sessions, you will be encouraged and strengthened as you connect yourself with what God has for you. My goal here is really to be a guide, to be an encouragement, to motivate you to press on and to stay strong in 2022. There are 7 sessions and I encourage you to work through them. There's no particular order that's necessary, but they might build on each other as we go. So why don't you follow along, watch the video, find the devotional guide, and spend time with God so that you can stay strong in 2022. So with that being said, why don't we get started with the first session, which is called Strengthen Yourself in the Lord. As I come to the beginning of each year, I find myself coming back to the simplicity of spending time with God. It is important that we start the year well. Many of my friends start the year with a fast. Some do 3 days, some do 21 days. What's the point of a fast? To center our attention back on God. Well, this first session of this devotional series called Stay Strong in 2022 is called Strengthen Yourself in the Lord. This phrase comes from 1 Samuel chapter 30. David had been in battle and he had come home, and his wives and his children and his livestock and the families of all his men had been taken captive and taken away. And his men were obviously upset with that. They were berating David, and it says they actually wanted to kill him. So understand David's heart. He's been rejected by Saul. He's been rejected by Israel, his people, and he's now been rejected by his men. And low of lows, and it says in 1 Samuel chapter 30 that David strengthened himself in the Lord. And so this is my encouragement for you at the beginning. Grab the devotional guide, work through what I'm about to share with you, do it in prayer, do it with someone else, and make an effort, make it a discipline to strengthen yourself in the Lord so you can stay strong in 2022. I guess it's fair to say that much of what I'm going to cover in this devotional series will also be disciplines that you can establish to strengthen yourself in the Lord. But I've just got some really simple things to start with. These are encouragements, they're pointers, they're almost like a guide to get you back on track so you can stay strong in 2022. The first thing that I would encourage you to do, and David is a fantastic example of this, is to worship God. When we come before God in praise and adoration and worship and devotion, when we set ourselves to minister to God as His sons and daughters, we lift Him up in the praise of His people. When we do that, we take our attention off of ourselves, we take our attention off of our circumstances, and we lift our sights to behold the glory of the one who is above all, over all, but who is desiring to walk with us. Strengthening ourselves in the Lord can be simply achieved by having a time of worship. Now, for me, I love music, and so music is the way that I worship God. I love to turn the music up. I have it playing in my car. I have it playing in my office. If I'm out on the street, I'm playing it in my earbuds. Whatever's going on, I'm worshiping because it centers me on who God is, the magnificence of who God is. For some of my friends, they love being in nature. For others, they love serving as an act of worship. Your goal is to find your natural preference for worship and to do that, to lift up God, to take your attention off of yourself and to glorify and behold the one who is magnificent over all. How do you strengthen yourself in the Lord? The first thing you do is you worship God with reckless abandonment and letting go of all else. You perhaps don't want to dance around town in your ephod and your undies like David did, but certainly that's a great picture of someone who was so committed to worshiping God that everything else just faded away. Come on, strengthen yourself in the Lord and worship God with all you have. The second thing I find with regards to strengthening myself in the Lord, and again, this is the simple side of it, apart from the other disciplines that are coming, is that I must choose to submit myself to God. In David's situation in 1 Samuel 30, when he had been out fighting battles and valiantly doing what God had called him to do, his family had been taken away, and he was grieving, he was upset and disappointed, but in all things, he did not blame God, he did not yell at God, and he did not shut God out. It says David strengthened himself in the Lord. What's my point? When we submit ourselves to God in all things, we will find strength in God. When we say like Paul did, I want the thorn taken from my side, but Jesus said it was there for me to be dependent on him. Jesus' words to Paul were, my strength is made perfect in your weakness. When we submit our weakness back to God, he will lift us up, and we truly can strengthen ourselves in the Lord. So what's my challenge for you is to find ways that you need to strengthen yourself in the Lord by submitting to the Lord. What is something you need to let go of? What is something you need to give up control of? What is something you need to turn over to God and allow him to work with? And some of the other disciplines that are coming in the series will certainly help with that. So the 2 keys for you today to strengthen yourself in the Lord are, firstly, worship God with reckless abandonment. Do it above all else. And secondly, in all things, submit to God, and he will truly lift you up. I hope this has been a short and valuable encouragement for you. Grab the devotional guide. Work through it either by yourself in prayer and conversation with God, or perhaps you'll find it useful to be accountable to someone else, to sit with them and share with them how you're feeling and what you're traveling through, what God is saying to you, that they might pray with you and you pray with them, that you can truly strengthen each other as you worship God together. Well, I'm really glad you've decided to join us on this devotional series, How to Stay Strong in 2022. This has been message number 1. Why don't you watch out for message number 2? And I'll see you soon.